Welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
My resume is just a list of things I never want to do again. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home early. Some people bring joy wherever they go, while others bring joy whenever they leave. My supervisor treats me like a god by completely ignoring my existence. There are 10 types of people, those who understand binary and those who do not.
The top 9 US tech firms have around $3 trillion in off-balance sheet commitments, roughly 3 times what they show on their balance sheets in leases and long-term debt. And that's against about $600 billion in of capex over the past year. Alphabet's off-balance sheet obligations jumped more than 800% year-on-year, while Meta surged over 750%. Translation: the AI infra boom isn't just about buying GPUs anymore. Companies are locking themselves into enormous future spending. For the first time, clean energy capacity has overtaken fossil fuel capacity with 338.7 gigawatts of clean capacity versus 302 gigawatts of fossil capacity. And the scale of the shift is striking. Clean capacity has grown more than 12 times since 2000, driven by a massive acceleration in renewables. This does not mean coal is disappearing. It remains critical for meeting India's rising electricity demand, but the direction of travel is unmistakable. China's cross-border interpayment payment system or CIPS is handling dramatically larger transaction volumes, with total volume now around RMB 50 trillion. But the more interesting number is underneath. Overseas RMB clearing centers have grown from roughly 10 in 2015 to 30 today. That matters because currencies don't become international just because governments say so. They need payment systems, clearing networks, and foreign banks willing to use them. The dollar still dominates, but China is steadily building the plumbing for an alternative. In June, ChatGPT pulled 5.3 billion visits, almost 5 times Gemini's 1.1 billion, while Claude came in at 968 million. And the interesting part is the breadth. Translation, design, search, coding, entertainment. AI is moving from a niche tool into everyday internet behavior. Even DeepSeek is doing 390 million visits, showing this is no longer a one-company race. The AI gold rush is clearly global. From 4.4 million vehicles in FY 2004 to 30.8 million in FY 26, registrations have grown nearly 7 times. Compare that with real GDP, up 4 times, and real GDP per person up just 3 times. That's more than a transport story. It points to rising incomes, greater mobility, urbanization, and expanding consumer demand. Very interestingly, registrations fell 29% during FY21, but the recovery since then has been remarkable. In FY 2024, the state accounted for 15% of India's factories and 15% of factory employment, the highest share on both counts. Gujarat comes close at 13%, while Maharashtra has 10% of factories but 13% of jobs. What makes Tamil Nadu interesting is that factories and employment are growing hand in hand. That matters as India pushes manufacturing, exports, and supply chain diversification. So while everyone talks about the manufacturing race, Tamil Nadu appears to have already found the starting pistol.